It was, so this comes back to where we started on this, like everything that can be invented has been invented, looking at that and saying, not a chance. There's so many more opportunities out there in commerce and subscription commerce and business as a whole. It's fun. It's fun to explore.
I know that you do an annual event with SUBTA. This year, this is 2022, everybody. It's in Orlando in June.
Yep.
How many people are coming?
We are on track for 1,500 plus attendees.
That is no small event.
No, and pre-COVID, we were over 1,000. Moved to virtual during COVID, had between all of our events up to 5,000 virtual attendees. The SUBsummit virtual had over 2,000 in itself. And it's because there is such a big reach of subscription today.
Yeah.
We talk about topics from acquisition and retention to fulfillment and operations, down to personnel and the war for top talent and things like that.
Yeah.
So we're excited. We have we have DoorDash coming to the stage this year. Talk about Dash Pass.
Are they bringing food?
I hope so. I hope so. No, we bring amazing food in, and it comes in, and then Netflix coming to speak on some awesome stuff too. So it's a fun event, and it's something we do every year. So depending on when you watch this or when you listen to this, we will be ready for our next SUBsummit 23. Will be in Dallas. Again, we're always in that first week, the week right after Memorial Day.
How many members are in the association?
We have over 2,000 members in our trade association.
And what's the long-term plan? What's the market bear?
We see. I think we've really just scratched the surface with what we're doing. To be totally honest, we're very fortunate. We're the leading voice in the space, and we take that very seriously and thoughtfully and carefully. We want to make sure we're representing the space appropriately. We're helping lead people. One of the big things for us is we want to make sure if you're running a subscription company, your mentality isn't how can I lock people in and not get them to ever cancel by tricking them out of the cancellation, flow, or not make that, tie them into long-term contracts. We want subscription to be this, I don't even know I'm subscribed to something. I'm loving the product so much. I'm loving that relationship with the company so much.
Yeah.
And I may come and go as a subscriber, but I'm building a relationship with that brand. One company that's done this really well is Peleton. They've been beat up a lot in the press lately.
Yeah.
But they have raving fans.
Yeah.
People absolutely love the classes. They love the instructors.
It's more than fans. It's community.
That's 100% it.
Yeah.
And that's what we preach is communities and relationships, and, building those connections will really stand the test of time and last longer than just those one-off transactions. And that's why we love subscriptions so much too.
I did a blog post a while back about one of Peloton's trainers. I can't remember his name now, but he was a very interesting cat, and he has such a huge following. They think this guy's Elvis.
Right.
And he's on YouTube videos.
Might be Elvis.
He might be Elvis. Although I'm pretty sure Elvis didn't ride the bike very much.
We don't know. Yeah, exactly. That's part of the problem.
I remember too being 17 or 18 years old and getting ready to come into my gentlemanhood and joining Vic Tanny. You remember
Vic
the
Tanny.
gym?
Yes, I remember.
And
Vic
you talk
Tanny.
about a company with a terrible cancellation flow.
Oh gosh.
Trying to get out of your Vic Tanny subscription, you almost had to go to court.
Yeah.
And some cable companies had a reputation for that for a while.
Do you want to know my second goal?
Yeah.
Is to fix Comcast customer care problem.
Well, that was the one I was going to mention. Is it still an issue?
Terrible.
You remember that story? It's a cute little story about how this guy calls Comcast helpline, and he's on 47 minutes. He goes out and gets a bite to eat. He comes back. He's still on the call. And then he decides, I'm going to tweet my dissatisfaction. He tweets it, and they answer the tweet in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And he said, I got to go. And he hangs up the phone. That's how fast things are changing, how we communicate, how we serve each other, how we voice our displeasure with something that's happening.
But here's a company that could be your best friend, right? They're giving you...
Should be.
They should be. They're giving you a lifeline that you love, like television, internet, and even more so the internet connection than anything today. And can build such a long-lasting relationship. In a lot of places, people are held hostage. They don't have another choice.
Yeah.
And here in Troy, we're lucky. We have Wide Open West and Comcast.
Yeah.
And for me, one of the driving factors, when I was a kid, I remember going over to my grandma's house and her saying, I just had the worst experience with Comcast. And she told me the story about how she was on hold with them to negotiate her bill because they jacked it up. And the guy thought he put her on hold and didn't. And he said, it turned to the guy next to him and said, I'm going to give this old lady a discount because she's probably going to be dead anyway soon.
Whoa.
Not even kidding you. And that to me was, that culture starts at the top. If that's the way your people are thinking, and
by now we've been through how many tops in Comcast? I mean, this is a decades-old reputation.
Right. And that's what's amazing to me is how I don't understand how that can't be fixed. And this is what I love about what we do is I believe we have the chance to help make this better. And if I can get somebody from Comcast to come to my conference and sit there and listen to a talk from somebody who is doing it right and is doing it better and say, you know what, maybe we should actually care about this because here's going to be the residual effect.
Yeah.
I've now impacted millions
of
lives
for sure.
in so many different ways.
You think they would have signed up already?
I hope. Well, that's the goal. I keep talking about it, and eventually it'll manifest itself.
Well, we got 2 comps for you, Comcast.
As many tickets as Comcast wants, I will provide them.
Are you a subscriber?
No. Well, where I have to be. Right. So here at the office, it's our backup internet connection.
Yeah.
Because I have no choice.
Well, that's another one of the issues, right? That it's thrust upon you. There is no choice. It's kind of a monopolistic situation.
I own a small pizza shop in Southfield. No other option. I searched far and wide for somebody other than Comcast.
Yeah, you can imagine people making decisions about where to move based on what the cable company's going to be.
Can you tell me the options of and no longer is it like tell me about the schools, it's tell me about who the internet providers are.
That's right. That's
area.
the most important thing.
And that's where I think Starlink and what they're doing with SpaceX launching their satellite internet could be very, very big for them because it gives people another choice.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah, wow.